This is insane.
What's up, folks? We are back and live. I know it's a quick start. We've had technical difficulties trying to fight off this rain. It is indeed a rainy night, and when it rains, it pours. Noah Phillips here, Jack Corbett to my right, Ethan Miller on the camera right now. He may join us here in a little bit, but either way, Auburn's got the ball in the attacking third. 1 minute has passed here in the first period. Still a long way to go in this matchup. And as the rain falls down, we just hope to keep this stream alive. Georgia now going across the other side. Jack, how are you feeling?
Where to start is a great question. This has been a whirlwind already. But, you know, it's just nice that we have some lacrosse action going. I mean, this might be the most satisfying rain I've ever seen in my entire life in front of these huge lights here at the Auburn Athletics Complex. But I'm just interested to see what's happening. It's already been mayhem so far. Hard to even grab the ball whatsoever, but leave it here to
Georgia
you now.
Across the middle, he'll shoot. That goes off the body of Greg Morgan. Fantastic save by the goalkeeper, Greg Morgan. Another great ball player for this Auburn squad. And like you said, the rain is certainly beautiful. It should trail off at some point in this matchup as Georgia goes across the X. He's going to make a move. That's their goal leader, Rory Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh, he's going to shoot, but he's going to go wide right.
Yeah, going back to that save, Craig Morgan, Captain Craig, that's his 83rd save on the year already, racking up the saves this year. Also has 60 goal denials, so he has been lethal for Auburn's defense.
Auburn now cutting across. That's number 3, Casey Linchoni. He's going to look to his right, go to his right. There's a brick wall in front of me. I can't see.
I'm in the same scenario, Noah.
Back to number 6, Zach Jones. He passes off to number 29. Goes back to Zach Jones at the top of the attacking third. 12 minutes, 32 seconds left to be played here. Number 4, Hudson Carter will take it from the X. They're going to pass to the goal line, extending a long pass now to number 5, Miles Lobato. That's a drop, and it's picked up by Georgia for a split second. But either way, it'll be Georgia's ball going the other way.
You know, no, worst case scenario, I can do play-by-play right side the brick wall, and you can do it on the left.
That may be what we have to do. That's not a terrible idea as we look to try and figure out what we're going to do here.
We adapt and overcome here on WEGL MCA 4 Live.
Indeed we do, as Georgia is going to pick this one up from the midfield logo. 12 minutes left to be played here in the first quarter of action. We're still tied 0-0.
And it's going to be really interesting to see how both teams' defenses adapt in these conditions, because with the offenses coming at them with a full head of steam and them backpedaling, it's going to be interesting to see how the rain affects their grip backpedaling to see if they can stick with these fast-paced offensive guys.
As Georgia comes in now, it's a pass to the middle. It's a shot, and it's a goal for number 43 on the Georgia side. That's a fantastic first goal for them. A great job by 43 on the Georgia side.
Yeah, just textbook goal right there. He got a little bit of wiggle room open on his right hand, and he just slid that in right past the left side of Captain Craig. They are going to reset at the top of the key. Auburn, Jake Krefitz coming out for the face-off. He's 54-36 in face-offs this year, so positive record. We'll see if he wins this one right here.
And it was Georgia who won the first one after a scrum. You didn't see that because of some connection issues up here at the Auburn Sportsplex. As that's going to be a push in the back. It'll be Georgia's ball going across to the other side. 11:31 left to be played in this first quarter. Georgia leads 1-0, and the referee is going to award this to the Auburn Tigers. Zach Jones over to number 29, Jordan Selesky. Zach Jones back to number 5, Miles Lobato. Lobato will carry it in. That's a pass to the X as we go around the bend now to number 10, Jamie Maroney. Maroney passes back out to number 6, Zach Jones. Jones back to number 5, Lobato. Lobato, he's going to take it to his left. He's looking for a pass. He'll have to pass it on back to the X now for Auburn. That's number 4, Hudson Carter. He's going to get in around the crease, but he'll have to pass it back out to number 29, Jordan Selesky. Selesky's going to get a screen, and he's got a lot of room in front of him, but he'll have to back out. There's only 45 seconds on the shot clock here, and 10 minutes, 50 seconds left to be played in this fourth quarter. Selesky's going to go to his right. He's going to shoot, and that's going to be off the goalkeeper's stick. Picked up by Auburn, though, back to number 6, Zach Jones. Jones passes it back out to number 5, Miles Lobato. He's going to get one. He's going to cut to his left. He's going to pass it inside, but it's dropped, picked up by Maroney now. He's got an opportunity. He'll shoot, but that's off the goalkeeper's chest now. fantastic defensive work from the Georgia Bulldogs, and they'll come away from that defensive possession with no scores on the other end.
Yeah, and there was some luck there for the Georgia Bulldogs. Their keeper just completely lost track of the ball, and then it was a scrum for that ball. 4 or 5 guys in there trying to get their sticks on it, but ultimately Georgia does come up with it as they move into this offensive half.
Georgia now on the run, taking a couple hits as this one's going to be passed off to the left side. That's a shot and a goal for the Georgia Bulldogs. That's number 6, Andrew McLaughlin, a sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia. Makes it 2-0. Georgia leads.
I think Auburn, defense is having a team meeting right now with Craig Morgan. I think Auburn's defense just was a little stagnant there. They just weren't communicating, and they didn't shift over to the left. So that second Georgia goal right there, he was wide open. He had plenty of time to get that shot off, and that's not what Coach J.J. Armenia wants to see.
That was a great transition opportunity there for Georgia as well. This one's in the air. That one's going to go back towards Georgia's side, but it's picked up by Krefitz. Face-off specialist wins that one. Auburn now has an opportunity. They'll carry it across midfield. That's number 45. He's going to carry it on. That's a big pass there from that long step, picked up by the Georgia Bulldogs. He's on a run. He's going to take a couple big hits as Georgia in now for an opportunity, but they'll have to pass it back out. 9:30 left to be played in this first quarter. 70 seconds on the shot clock. Georgia leads 2-0.
And that's number 45, Auburn. That's Eamon Cummins, who's our long stick guy in the game right now. Getting some quality minutes. He hasn't played a lot the last couple games, but finally getting some action at home.
Again, folks, reminder, if you have any issues with the stream, please feel free to tell us in the live chat. I'll try to fix whatever happens as Georgia is going to pick this up from the goal line extended, passes it back towards that goal, the opposite goal line extended. That's number 2, Luke Wright. He's going to pick something up here. Can't do anything with it. 36 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to cut to his left around the crease. That's a shot, but it goes wide right as a Georgia player is going to be closest to it as it goes out of bounds with 8:45 left this first quarter.
Great move by Georgia. Just couldn't get the angle that he wanted. Went right across the front side of the goal, but now they have another opportunity right there off the post, and Auburn is going to collect the ball.
Fantastic save there by Greg Morgan. Had nearly zero time to react to that shot. It came right in front of him, and he gets the stick on it there. As Auburn now on a run. That's a long stick that's trying to get it through. He's taking a lot of hits, and he's going to lose it as Georgia carries this one up. It's a penalty in the flag in the air, though, and Auburn will be a man up when we get back. We're going to take a little bit of time as a player is down on the Auburn side. Well, he's going to walk right off. I had my head down and didn't see it as it went down. A fantastic job there by number 18, Ethan Pusini, to be tough and walk that one off.
Yeah, Pusisi, great job getting off the field, letting his team continue playing. They got a little bit of momentum from that flagpole right there, and they want to carry that in and look for their first goal as Leslie starts with it from the logo as he sets up this Auburn offense.
Auburn will have a man-up opportunity here. Number 35, Logan Friedman, is the man-down player for Georgia. 1 minute on that penalty. 8:05 left to be played as Auburn's in on goal. Passes back out. Number 29, Leslie, back to Maroney. Auburn, Zach Jones. That's a pass to the middle that goes awry. That's number 20. Ian Fitzgerald takes a shot, and Georgia picks it up. Goes the other way. There's 30 seconds to be played on the man-up opportunity.
Zach Jones, that was a great pass into the middle to Leslie. It's just this rain. There's been so many passes like that are great, but just you can't control it. Ball's been skidding around left and right, and it's just hard to grip in these conditions.
It's not only hard to grip, it's hard to see. I know I'm having trouble seeing the players
out
there right now. I'm sure the players are having issues seeing that tiny ball into their stick. 8 seconds left on the man-down opportunity here from Georgia. 7:20 left to be played in this first quarter. Georgia leads 2-0 as number 4, Nick Elder, is going to carry this one out and pass it back out.
Yeah. And we're talking about vision. One thing I think is interesting is also as the lacrosse ball hits their net, the water off the net also bounces off and will come back and hit them and blind them a little bit. So there's all these factors you don't even think about as a viewer that's affecting these guys out here right now.
Indeed, and when it hits that back, it's such a beautiful visual.
It really is.
Well,
that's what made me notice it at first.
Georgia takes a shot, and it's going to bounce up and bounce in. That's number 43 for the Georgia Bulldogs. Caleb Palo makes it 3-0. Georgia leads. 6:44 left to be played in this third period.
He's pumped. he was pumped about that goal. So was the bench as well. They were all doing the giddy up over there. I don't know what celebration that was, but Georgia clearly fired up.
Number 2, Luke Wright will have the face-off here for the Georgia Bulldogs. Auburn has won a couple of these. Georgia's won a couple of them. We'll see how this one goes. This is going to be awarded to the Georgia Bulldogs as the rain continues to fall here at the Auburn Sportsplex. 6:44 left to be played in this first quarter.
I think the beginning of this game so far is just all come down to who comes in ready to play and who hasn't. And Georgia came in, they hit the road, and they were like, we don't want to come back here again. We don't want this game to be canceled. We want to come in here, take care of business. And that's how they've gone ahead to a quick 3-0 lead.
Georgia's run there is cut off as they'll go across the bend again to number 5, John Nielsen. He'll pass it, or excuse me, he's going to carry it into the own X. He'll set a pick now. Georgia in on goal again. He pass it back towards the middle. That ball's going to take a hop. That's a spin move, cuts to his left, looking for somebody to go to. Auburn doing a great job of closing off gaps with 6 minutes left to be played in this first quarter.
Great containment by Auburn's defense, especially Casey Linchoni, who's on ball right now, one of Auburn's captains. He's recovered a little bit from those first couple goals. He's not letting any men past him now.
Georgia takes a shot, 27 seconds left. That hit a crossbar and maybe Greg Morgan a little bit. Now there's a scrum for it. Looking for somebody. Georgia picks it up on that left side, back to the top of the attacking third. 5:40 left to be played here as Georgia looks to add on to a 3-0 lead.
Auburn got a little lucky there. Was off the crossbar, also came off Craig Morgan, but lucky that wasn't a fourth goal. But they do still have a job to shut down Georgia. As a Georgia guy goes down right outside of the circle, it is going to be their possession.
Yep, hitting the back there. He was in the air when he hit him. It'll reset the shot clock, which is the important thing. Georgia will have 80 seconds and the possession with 5:24 left to be played in this first quarter. Georgia along the other end looking for somewhere to go. They'll pass it back to that right side there. They're taking a lot of shots from there. He's going to cut to his right, cut off by Auburn, back to the X, into the crease. That's a shot, and that is it a goal? Is it a goal, goalkeeper? Did he step on it? It'll be Georgia's ball. Resets the shot clock. Cannot exactly tell the call there. Rained in the fact that we're 20 yards. Well, we're not 20 yards away. Couldn't exactly see what went on there, folks.
That was an unbelievable series of moves, though, by Georgia's offense there. He split the defense between two guys and then almost went around Morgan there, too. But Morgan thankfully controlled the ball, and now it is back at the hands of Georgia.
Georgia around the crease again. He's got an opening to his left. That's going to be a pass. No, that was a deflection, actually. Long stick could get to it. It does. That's number 19. Derek DeAngle's the captain for this team. He's going to carry it. He's got an opportunity to go coast to coast, and that's going to be a pass back to the goal line, extended back to number 10, Jeremy Maroney. Maroney will take it to his left as Auburn will set something up here. Zach Jones will hold it in his hand as they've got 4 minutes and 16 seconds left to crawl themselves back from this 3-0 deficit.
And if you're an Auburn fan, that's exactly what you want to see from one of your captains. 19, Derek DeAngelis, he wanted that ball more. He sprinted to that ball, collected it, and now has Auburn in an offensive position where they can score their first goal of this game.
Number 6, Zach Jones, he'll carry it out. He's going to cut to his left, looking for a pick, maybe pack to Selesli. Selesli take it to his right. He's got an opportunity. He shoots, goes wide right.
Even though it was a miss, I still think that's Auburn's best offensive opportunity of the night, and they're going to get the ball back as well. Now Hudson Carter has a chance to control it a little bit. He came up huge in Arizona, had 4 goals and assists. He was on the Warriors Player of the Week honor roll.
Number 5, Miles Lobato gets the pass back to Zach Jones. He's looking for somebody back to Sesley. Sesley takes a shot that's going to go wide right and maybe a little bit too tall. Auburn closest to it, 3:29 left to be played, 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Auburn's got to go, and that's what Hudeker's looking to do right now. He just rips one. He has one. He has one.
A perfect shot there. Finds the lower part of the net, gets right past the goalkeeper, skirts the turf a little bit, and puts one in there. It's 3-1. Auburn still trails by 2.
Clutch from Thomas Hudeker. Only 12 seconds left on the shot clock. He said, fine, I'll do it myself. He just got the ball, made a great cut, put it in the bottom right corner, and Auburn finally gets on the board with 3:23 left in this first quarter.
There's the face-off, and away we go. This one on the ground. Krafatz is looking to pick it up, and he does. Grafotz has got this one up. He's getting a little bit, some stick work here as he's going to carry it to his left. Needs to find somebody to pass it to, and he does. Passes it to Anacarico. Anacarico now, he's got to run. He's going to cut to his right, and he's going to have to wait to set something up here as he'll bring it back out to the middle of the field. 3 minutes left to be played here in this first half as Fitzgerald passes it on to number 32, Andrew Luff. Auburn, no.
Sorry.
In on attack here, that's a shot, but it goes into the net of the Georgia goalkeeper. That's number 13, Chris Botch with that shot.
But a careless throwaway right there by Georgia's goalie, and Auburn is going to get a second life on offense here.
And it looks like it'll be Hudeker taking it out from that left side of the right side of the goalkeeper. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to be played in this first quarter. Passes it back out to Botch. Bacic takes it to his right. He's looking for an opportunity. He's going to pass to the X for number 4, Hudson Carter. Carter gets it back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is going to spin to his left. He shoots. That one goes wide right. Auburn player closest to it with 2:24 left to be played. 64 seconds on the shot clock.
Jamie Maroney so far, he's starting with ball for Auburn right here, and he's going to swing it around to Bacic. Maroney's been key so far this season. Started out hot. He's cooled off a little bit, but now he's looking to get back in that rhythm and score some goals tonight.
Number 13, Bacic, he takes it. That's a pass to Fitzgerald. He's going to shoot, and that's going to hit the back of the net and in. Fitzgerald makes it 3-2. Auburn adds a one they needed with 2:09 left to be played here in this first quarter.
Ian Fitzgerald, honestly, a pretty unorthodox shot that we see in lacrosse. Not a lot of pace on it. Hit ground pretty early, and that just went top right corner. Goalie wasn't expecting it, and that's Ian Fitzgerald's 12th goal on the year.
And I thought for a second they weren't going to give it to him because it looked like it was immediately out even before it went in, as that is a infraction there. Georgia will pick it up at the half-field logo.
The referees, though, yeah, they undoubtedly made the right decision, though. That ball was 100% in the net, so glad we didn't have any controversy there.
Indeed, and, it's getting hard to see out here. I think is the rain trailing, or am I just trying to look for the good side of things as Georgia carries this one off, receives a pick back to the middle of the attacking third. Minute 47 left to be played. 2 players in the X here for Georgia looking for somewhere to go, as he's going to get met with that long stick. He's going to go to his right. That's Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh from the goal line extended, takes a big hit, spins a little bit more, passes it back out top of the key.
Maybe you're just an optimist and I'm a pessimist, because I thought the rain had picked up. At least the wind has. It's definitely coming down at more of a slant as Auburn's defense is trying to adapt to that rain. Jack Slack loses a man for a second, but he recovers pretty quickly.
Georgia in on goal now. It's a shot, but it's picked up by Greg Morgan. A fantastic job by him. Shot clock matters no more. Minute 12 left to be played in this first quarter. That was number 4, Nick Elder, a senior out of Roswell, Georgia, with the shot there. A long pass from Morgan, picked up by Zach Jones. He's got an opportunity here to go coast to coast. He'll cut to his left, but he's going to have to slow down and set something up with 55 seconds left to be played here as Auburn takes it back to the goal, to the X for Hudson Carter. Back to number 10, Maroney. He'll pass it back out to Zach Jones. 43 seconds left. He's looking for somewhere to go. He's going to cut to his right. He's going to spin left. That's a man on the ground. He'll shoot into the net of the Georgia goalkeeper.
That was disgusting. No other way to put it. Zach Jones, that's why he's in the 100-point club. He can make defenders fall. He can get around them pretty easily. That was a good shot on goal. Georgia's goalie just made a good save, and it looks like the Bulldogs will have the final shot of the first quarter with 15 seconds left to go.
This monitor is just slightly behind everything you're seeing live, folks, and it looks so pretty as 8 seconds is left. That's an opportunity here from Georgia that's going to go wide right, and 2 seconds is where they're going to stop the clock. Georgia will have Auburn was closest to it. Really wasn't looking at the ball, is looking at the clock. But either way, there's your buzzer, folks. Auburn trails by 1 at the end of the first quarter. Georgia leads 3-2 here in the Auburn Sports Complex. Reminder, folks, it is raining. What does that mean? I don't know. But we'll be back with more action here on WEGL 91.1 FM.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this Auburn versus Georgia head-to-head matchup of the lacrosse version of the Deep South's oldest rivalry. If you're just joining us, start of the second quarter right here. Georgia scored 3 early goals to take a quick 3-0 lead, but Auburn got 2 back. Now it's just a 1-point game as Anna Carrico tries to collect the ball, but Krefitz gets it back off that face-off, and he's running up the offense. He's trying to push it quick to get the tire for Auburn.
Indeed, and Krefitz had a fantastic goal in the last home matchup for the Auburn Tigers that we called, tied it up in that last matchup, went against all sorts of contact after picking up a face-off.
Fitzgerald finally moves it into the offensive third, but Auburn lacrosse here playing a little bit soccer-like, not afraid to go backwards and reset the offense, find the open man, as Auburn's offense is working. Huge hit, though, by Georgia's defense, as 28 for Georgia is going to collect that ball, and he's going to move up into the offensive half.
And that's just a bad look. It's wet out here. It's starting to get higher, but Auburn's going to pick this one back up.
Colby Blythe currently with the ball. He hands it over to Hudeker. And it's madness out here. There's already multiple loose balls flying around. He's going to throw it back out to Fitzgerald as Blythe comes off the field, and Fitzgerald's looking to make some Fitz magic happen as he loses the ball but retains possession, then throws it over to Bocic, who is going to keep controlling the ball. That man almost picked it off for them sneakily. But Auburn's offense is going to keep trying to find those open lanes that just have not been available so far in the second quarter. We're about a minute and a half in so far.
You know, look for Auburn to maybe utilize a little bit more screens and maybe trying to open up the offense a little bit more in that Georgia defense is kind of pressuring at the top.
Bocic rips one from the outside. Great save by the Georgia goalies, though, and they're looking to go the other way. Georgia's goalie tries to get it up quick, but his man just a little miscommunication, and Auburn's defense is going to control it. Back to Fitzgerald once again. He's going to bring it up, throws it over to the right. Now moving it around the perimeter. Goal line extended for Bocic, just pestering defense by Georgia. But Bocic is going to hold it. Loses the ball, but a great pickup there on Auburn offense, but a flag does go up. And I believe this will go Georgia's way.
It should go Georgia's way. Not completely sure on what the call was. I think he might have stepped on the stick a little bit. Either way, but Georgia has an excellent opportunity here with man up to put one in the back of the net and make it 4-2.
And if I'm a player out here right now, I'm really wishing I was in a nice warm shower, because this wind chill, not only with the rain, but this wind chill is absolutely unreal. It has definitely gotten more windy here as these players, you can see, me and Noah can see from looking out on the field, we can see the fog from their breath. Not your typical Auburn weather in March, as we're still waiting for the referees to start here. The whistle finally blows as Georgia gets set up into their offense.
Bocic will be the man down here as Georgia looks to take advantage of the man-up opportunity. 1 minute on the clock.
Craig Morgan trying not to allow a 4th goal so far this game. Auburn's defense has been really solid since giving up those 3 early ones. They've definitely made up for it since then, as that Georgia shot goes a little wide, but Georgia's man is closest. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs as we have 12:33 left in this game. It is still 3-2. Georgia leads by 1, and the shot clock is at 52 seconds.
Still man down for the Auburn Tigers. Need something to go their way quick.
Great save by Captain Craig Morgan. That's his 2nd or 3rd on the game, and that's going to go just across the line. It's a scuffle for the ball. It's loose, but Georgia does retain possession. Anna Carrico tries to get it out of his hands, but Georgia is going to... Oh, big hit by Anna Carrico, though. He said, actually, I'll take that ball away from you. Never mind. But Georgia just has a grip on it. Will not give it up that easy. Great defense, though, nonetheless, by Anna Carrico.
Georgia still a man down, man down just ended. Opportunity here for Georgia. Fake whistle goes off here at the grounds as Auburn takes it the other way.
Linchoni is now moving it quickly into Auburn offense. Hudeker, great pass. Oh, and he just loses it at the very end. That is number 24 for Auburn's offense. Just cannot get it to go. Reese DeFilippis cannot make that magic happen, and Georgia will retain possession. Hudeker pressing high, though, trying to get it out of their hands early, but Georgia does successfully get it to their own offensive half.
Indeed, that wind chill is starting to pick up. I was promised the rain would begun to go down, but it has not happened yet. I believe this will be the last hour. I believe in that second half we'll start to see drier conditions here at the Auburn Sports Complex.
That's what they told you second quarter, Noah. Never know what's going to happen here at the Auburn Athletics Complex. As Georgia's offense tries to make a move, it'll go wide left, but Georgia's man is closest. It will stay with the Bulldogs with 10:51 left to go in the second quarter. Bulldogs bring it in. Is that a goal?
Yes.
It was a goal.
A fantastic job there by Georgia to score while we were trying to figure out our way to get past this brick wall for some visibility. But Georgia will make it 4-2.
Yeah, and also it was so hard to see because that net did not move whatsoever. It looked like had a little bit of pace on it because he just wrapped it around the outside. It probably just snuck its way through that corner as we go back to another face-off. Crefitz trying to expand his winning percentage on the season here against Georgia. Whistle blown. That is going to flag is thrown, and looks like it is going to be Georgia's ball once again moving into the offense.
Do not know who that flag was on yet. We'll see who serves the penalty as both referees are motioning towards the benches. Shout out to the people here tonight braving the weather and whatever else you want to call the weather. I don't really know where I was going with that. But either way, a fantastic showing by the Auburn faithful and some Georgia faithful. I've seen a couple Georgia sweatshirts.
Referee blows the whistle. We're finally getting back to some action here. Full 80 on the shot clock as Georgia moves around the perimeter. Another shot on target. Captain Craig Morgan does block the shot, but he loses the handle on the ball. Georgia's offense does recollect another shot, and that's going to go wide right, and Auburn will be closest, and it'll be Auburn possession.
Indeed, and it's Crefitz serving in a 30-second penalty, 11 seconds left on that penalty now as Auburn, long pass.
Ooh, risky pass, and it is on the ground. It is now loose, and Georgia will retain that possession. Georgia's offense now moving quickly. They're going to get a shot off, but it is going to be wide right and stay with Auburn. However, risky pass to start that play by captain Derek DeAngelis.
Indeed, and we've seen a lot of these past couple minutes here in this second quarter. Don't really understand the logic behind that, but I know these players are a lot more athletic and smarter than me, so I'm not going to question too much of it.
Huge hit right there by Ian Fitzgerald. Oh my, but the stick is loose and the Georgia bench gets riled up about that one. That's not something you see very typical, but here we've seen a little bit of everything tonight because of this rain. As Georgia's offense now moves up, Georgia bench is still buzzing from that big hit by Fitzgerald.
Indeed, and both these teams playing very, very physical, especially around the stick. They're trying to dislodge those sticks as much as they can because they know the grip is not there like it was in a sunny day or a non-rainy night. They know that they can get it out easier and better.
Huge hit on offense. Oh, my goodness. Anna Carrico put him to bed, said goodnight, and now they're fighting for the ball. Georgia's going to try to collect it. It's still loose, though. Anna Carrico still fighting for that ball. It's a one-man show. He's getting pushed around.
That was a Madden 05 hit stick. That's the first year they put it in the game. Just wanted to drop that knowledge on you as that ball goes out of bounds.
And excuse me, Anna Carrico did not follow up that ball. He was the original hit, but the two men that were vying for possession were Casey Lynn Choney and Hampton Yarbrough, as we have just over 9 minutes left in this game so far, as Georgia once again on offense. Feels like they've been on offense most of the second quarter so far. Auburn's defense looking to just control the ball and get it up to their offensive guys, which they have not been able to do so far due to just conditions. As a shot goes up, Craig Morgan
saves it. Yes, he does. Referee blew that one dead.
I'm not sure why he blew it dead. Caused a little bit of confusion. But, yeah, it just did look like a clean save from here as Auburn is going to control it around the backfield.
Auburn, you've seen this defense, a very press-heavy type of defense. That's what's forced those long passes from the Auburn side. But Auburn able to break it here. Let's see if Georgia stays in it when it goes back to Georgia's side.
Lobato finally moves Auburn back into the offensive sphere as now looks like Zach Jones is controlling it, as we mentioned earlier. 100-point club, but Miles Lobato loses his stick for one, but also just can't control that pass. Might be a little bit of frustration there, honestly, from Auburn, who just can't find their rhythm.
Indeed, the grip is not there for these Auburn Tigers. Don't know what exactly.
Big hit by Georgia. Referee was right there, though, for the call. There was no doubt about that one. And Hudaker is going to control this ball, give Auburn another chance on the offensive side. We're at 7:48 left in this second quarter. If you're just joining us, Georgia is up 4-2 as Zach Jones is going to throw it across the field to Jordan Selesny as he tries to set up this offense, the two upperclassmen.
Auburn needs something to go their way quick. I'd like to see some more screens out here instead of these longer passes.
Selesny has one on goal, but it is going to be saved once again by the Bulldogs, and they are going to retain possession. Auburn's offense, Hudson Carter looking to press the ball a little bit, trying to put any pressure on this Georgia defense, just similar how the Bulldogs do to the Auburn defenders. There's a near interception there. Ball is loose. Great defense there by Auburn. Coley Blith getting gritty down there. Two bodies are on the ground. The ball is still loose. Now the referee finally blows the whistle. It is going to go Georgia direction. They are going to get the ball back on offense.
Both teams playing real physical, and you've seen them try to hit that stick out, going for those sticks, trying to force the ball out of those nets. Both teams really, that's been their focus for this entire second quarter.
Still not resumed play here so far. Referee waiting on the whistle. There it is. Finally, Georgia's now in possession as they quickly get it up to the offensive half. I'm going to step on the other side of this brick wall right now, see what's going on. Auburn's defense trying to contain. Great ball movement, though, by Georgia. It seems that, Noah, I'd like to hear your take on this, but it seems like the Georgia ball movement has just been getting them more opportunities so far this game.
And I think they've also been taking a little bit more shorter passes, contrary to the Auburn side. They've tried to kind of slow it down more and make those shorter passes.
Yeah, I think when we were here when Auburn was playing Colorado, they did a great job of those shorter passes. But here, I think the conditions are allowing people to play a little bit more reckless. As another great save by Craig Morgan. Oh, but almost a careless turnover. Luckily, though, Auburn recoups the ball, and we gather possession for the Auburn Tigers as they move up the field. Tries to throw it ahead. Another long pass and another forward ball. This is madness. Was that an intentional leave? I don't know, but it ends up with Fitzgerald almost perfectly as now he is very close to goal. One guy pestering him from the Georgia Bulldogs defense as he is going to look for a shot. Throws it to Hudaker around the X's. Auburn tries to make some semblance of this madness and get into a rhythm here.
And that was a great pass there by Fitzgerald. Made that while falling down, saw the open man really behind him, had to spin towards him in order to make that pass. Great pass under great pressure from the Georgia Bulldogs defense.
5:35 left in the second quarter. Zach Jones looking to go to work. The 100-point club member recently, his stick is knocked out of his hands. The ball is loose. That's the third stick that has come loose for this Auburn offense. Georgia is just manhandling them so far this game as that shot goes wide left, but a Georgia Bulldog will be closest, and they will collect possession on offense. What do you think has been the deal so far, Noah, with these sticks coming loose for only Auburn but not Georgia?
Oh, what's that brown stuff called who put on bats to improve their grip? What is that called? You know what I'm talking about?
You're asking the wrong guy.
The fans at home know what I'm talking about. They want to put some of that on their sticks. Auburn, with this rain coming down, just losing some of that grip, and both teams, again, doing fantastic work of putting stick on stick here.
Speaking of losing grip, hands are freezing here at the Auburn Athletic Complex. Another shot goes wide left. Good sportsmanship, though, by Hampton Yarbrough, helping up the fellow Georgia Bulldog as Georgia now brings it into their own offensive territory once again. Auburn defense still doing a good job of containing. It's now things that's coming down to controlling the ball on offense and getting some good looks. Georgia's offense looking to go. Drives to his right, but great defense there by Linchoni. He's going to hand that man off to a fellow defender, number 8. That is Yarbrough once again. And Georgia's looking to go to work. Anna Carrico saying no thank you, pushing him out wide. Great defense. Goes just through a stick. Georgia gets a shot off. Craig Morgan saves it once again. Continuing to try to move fast-paced into the offense. Casey Linchoni trying to go to work, throws it to Hudson Carter, who loses the ball once again. It looks like this is shaping up to be the storyline of this game, just not being able to control this ball.
Auburn may need to slow it down like an 80s wrestling match. Try to get something going quick, as that's going to be a timeout on Georgia's side.
And it looks like Auburn has been able to, or has been trying to get it to go quick. It's just they have not been able to control that ball. So maybe have some pace on the ball a little bit more as we head into timeout. You're watching WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back to Auburn, Georgia lacrosse action. If you're just joining us, Georgia leads 4-2 with 4 minutes and 7 seconds left in this second quarter as we are about to resume play with Georgia on offense, which has been the storyline, Noah, of pretty much this entire second quarter. They've been dominant and keeping possession on the offensive side.
Indeed, and credits to the Auburn defense, has only allowed one goal throughout this second quarter where Georgia has dominated the possession time.
Yeah, I think it's clear that it's the Auburn offense that needs to get cooking, but it's hard to cook when it's raining and cold. However, Auburn's flying down the field, throws it to Hudeker, throws it to Maroney, but one of the storylines of this game is Maroney has not been able to control the passes so far this game. Huge goal scorer for Auburn, but just not on his game tonight.
Indeed, as this one's going to hit the net. Georgia also trying to set something up here. They've lost the ball a couple of times.
Speaking of losing the ball, they did right there. Throws it to Hudeker, over to Maroney, who does capture it, but it goes wide left and past goal. Auburn will be closest, though. They will finally get a chance to make something happen on the offensive end.
Look for small passes here. You don't have to do anything crazy if you're the Auburn Tigers. You're down by 2, but there's still a half left to be played.
A lot of second unit guys on Auburn's offense so far, but Bocic, one of Auburn offense's more seasoned lacrosse guys, is looking to try to control this offense along with Miles Lobato as Auburn moves around the X, but Georgia's defense just pestering, and the referee will finally blow a whistle.
Seems like it's going to be a timeout on the Auburn side.
With 2:39 left in this second quarter, Georgia still leads 4-2. You're watching WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently 4-2. Georgia leads over Auburn with 2:39 left in this second period. And Noah, what do you think Auburn should do in this final 2:39 in order to either tie up this game or take the lead going into halftime?
Well, the important thing to remember is you got a lot of time coming up at halftime to make up a couple goals here. I think you just want a strong offensive showing where you use all 35 seconds of that shot clock to get the best shot that you can get.
Referee blows in the whistle. Hudeker with the ball, looking for Lobato, but cannot find him open. Now going to swing it to the top of the key to Bocic. Bocic going to look to go to work on his man. Cuts left. Georgia's right there with him, though. Now he's going to swing it over to Carter, who throws it round the X to Miles Lobato. Lobato now tries to go one-on-one, makes a move, looking. Shot clock is down to single digits, not on the board. This brick wall is in my way, but Auburn looking for a shot, and they throw it away.
Indeed, they're Auburn using all 35 seconds of that shot clock. Georgia, though, does such a good job of concealing those passing lanes and trying to make sure that Auburn can't advance further and further into that attacking third. They've been able to do it all second quarter, and it's shown through in the possession timer.
Georgia now with the full 80 as they take their time to move it up to the offensive half. Long balls from Georgia, but they're able to control these passes pretty well so far in this first half as they're just moving their way around the offensive half of the field.
Georgia looking for somewhere to go with it. They got a lot of time, minute 28 to be exact. That ball's lost.
Like we talked about earlier, too, a lot of Auburn sticks that have been dropped so far this game. That's the first Georgia one we've seen get a little loose, and Auburn is going to retain possession as they now try to move up the field. Anna Carrico taking a few hits but keeps grip on that ball. And now Hudeker is going to have the ball. Zach Jones coming into play. looking to get 1 goal for halftime, and he's going to throw it over to Selesny. Back to Jones. Lobato is going to come on the field now. Jones is going to go to work. Runs to his left, doesn't have any options. They're going to throw it. Goal line extended. Hudeker over to Carter. Carter tries to make a move. Can't get past the Georgia defender. He spins the other way, finds Jones in the middle, and that was a great look by Hudson Carter. They just couldn't put the last piece in that puzzle.
They couldn't, but it was a fantastic opportunity, a fantastic pass, just slightly off.
And the wind is picking up here even more. Didn't think it was possible, but apparently it is. As Lobato now tries to go to work, he's driving right. Looks for Hudson Carter, but one of the detriments of being 5'5" is those high balls. Sometimes you just can't grab them. As Georgia is going to retain possession with 28.6 seconds left in this first half.
Shot clock not a factor here for Georgia. They need something, but need it quick. They'll have to make some long passes, some risky passes to even get in the attacking third.
Speaking of risky passes right there, that was an extremely risky pass. 2 Auburn defenders draped all over him, but somehow manages to keep possession as Georgia's offense does move into this offensive half. Continue with it. They're looking to go to work. He drives right, but a referee whistle is blown, and it's going to go Auburn's way. Unclear of what the call is, as we have 4 seconds left, and it might be a timeout, actually.
Yes, it is a timeout for these last 6 seconds. Georgia's going to take the time to try and draw something up, maybe draw up some sort of pick play or something there's actually 4 seconds left on the game clock there until halftime, and indeed the wind has started to pick up. Somebody lied to me. I was told it was going to stop raining at this point. I was told we were going to have spring break weather here in the Auburn Sports Complex. We have not had spring break weather. Maybe spring break weather if you're living up in Maine or something like that. But this is not this is not what I'm accustomed to.
They couldn't have been any more off. I need to know who told you that, and they need to get fined or something.
I think it was Ethan Miller.
Ethan Miller.
Ethan Miller told me that.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you see Ethan Miller, tell him to never be a weatherman. As Auburn's defense runs back onto the field, like we said, 4 seconds left in this first half. Georgia looking to take a 3-goal lead before they go into halftime. And Noah, I don't know how these players are going to come run on the field in the second half after staying inactive. There's 4 seconds are left. Quick ball thrown. That's loose, and that's first half. Georgia 4, Auburn 2. As we head into break, you are watching WEGL 91.1 FM.
Ethan, yeah, back onto it, brother. You get it?
Yep. Where's the mouse is not working.
To here.
Okay.
We're on, go. You're on. You're live, kid. You're live.
Welcome back to Auburn lacrosse action. If you're just joining us, start of the third quarter, 4-2. Georgia does have the lead. We are only 15 seconds left in this third quarter. It is March, but it is still hoodie season. It is freezing here at the Auburn Athletics Complex if you're just joining us. I'm Jack Corbin. Next to me, alongside me, is Noah Phillips. On the camera is Ethan Miller. Noah, what are your takeaways from the first half?
It's cold. That's my biggest takeaway. My other biggest takeaway is the grip is heavily seen here. You can see Auburn sticks getting taken away from them in that second quarter, and Georgia has been dominant in their offensive third, have been able to get a lot of shots but not a lot of goals, as it's still 4-2.
Yeah, and it's not just us being affected by the cold out here. As we see early on already, a lost ball there by the Auburn offense, and that gives Georgia an opportunity to score. Great cut right there. That's textbook. That is a textbook goal from Georgia, and that's how you want to start a second half as the Bulldogs.
Indeed, it makes it 5-2 here on the Plains. Georgia looking to win the Deep South's oldest rivalry. What the heck? Something just blew by that looked like the piece of something.
That's reassuring. As we go back to another face-off, Jake Crefitz at the face-off. But coming into this game, he was 54-36 record on this season. Been super solid for the Tigers, and he's only going to add to that as he wins that one right there and brings it into the Auburn offense. Anik Carrico is going to control the ball and keep the ball as pressure comes towards him. He's just looking for any opening. Storyline of this first half so far, one of them anyways, is Auburn's defense has been super solid, but offense cannot get it going, just hasn't been clicking yet, largely due to this weather, as Hudson Carter has it goal line extended, throws it to Maroney, and Maroney is going to take his time. Go ahead, Noah.
I say, reminder, folks, we are a finite group here. If something explodes, we apologize. There's a goal for Hudson Carter. Sorry for take that goal call away from you, but that was a fantastic goal.
Hudson Carter, yeah, just sneaks that one in right past the Georgia goalie, as it literally looks like tornado weather here. There's no other way to explain it. This wind, I feel like I'm skiing or something, and it's coming down, and I'm about to get a wind chill freeze on my face the next morning. But as we see players out here, Ethan Bustisi shaking his legs. I don't know if he wants to be out here either, but it is cold. As we go to another face-off, Crefitz once again, he is going to win it once again and control this ball, as I don't know what is the harder opponent for him, the wind or the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, we're just going to try to keep this broadcast on. We hope to do so despite inclement weather. We're pushing ourselves here, folks, pushing this equipment to its very end. If something goes wrong, know it was the weather and not us, please.
Even Cummins not able to handle on that ball, as Georgia will get possession once again. Folks, hopefully my AccuWeather said this only has 33 minutes left, so let's pray that holds true, as there is a bomb into the Georgia offense as they're going to look to get their sixth goal on the night. Rampage is running through. Great save, though, by Craig Morgan. And immediately throws it away. It's been one of those games here, ladies and gentlemen. Just absolutely hectic, absolute mayhem. Captain Craig does save the day, but then throws it right back away as we finally get back into this offense. Linchoney has one man on him, but he's going to move up into the offensive half.
Fantastic job there by the Auburn Tigers to grab that ball back, as we're shivering up here in the booth. I know we keep talking about how cold it is, but folks, that's the storyline of this matchup.
No, I just looked behind me, and if you look at the clouds behind us, they are literally, I've never seen clouds move faster than this. We sound like such softies out here, but this is honestly insane. Zach Jones controls the ball. He's going to swing it over to Fitzgerald, it looks like. Oh, no, excuse me. That's Selesny. Selesny's making a move. He tries to make some magic happen, but it gets thrown over the goal, and Auburn is going to hold on to possession.
And with that goal there, he just went high. I'd like to see him fake high, go low, something like that, to try to throw that goalkeeper just a little bit off their toes there. If that one would have hit the net, if it would have hit the stick, the Georgia goalkeeper, if it would have been closer.
Hudeker trying to look for something. That Georgia defense, though, is just pestering. Swings it out wide to Lobato. Lobato goes one-on-one. Mano-y-mano. Can't get it to go. Another ball just thrown away. Hudaker does get there to collect it, though. Pass was intended for Selesny, but just cannot grab it, as now Zach Jones is going to handle the ball. Try to. Oh, that was a shifty move there, though, by Jones. Jones finds Selesny just wide right. That was a great drawn-up play by Auburn's offense, but cannot get it to click at the very end.
And a fantastic pass and move there by Zach Jones to get it in. You can't hear me. The wind's talking over me, folks.
There goes the chair.
11-18. Oh, God. Auburn, though, has an opportunity here.
2. And the shot clock's about to run out. Last shot, last-ditch effort there. Just goes above the bar as Auburn cannot get it to go. The 80 seconds runs up. 11 minutes and 9 seconds left in this third quarter. Georgia leads 5-3. And you can hear the wind through the mic. That might be a WEGL first. As we continue play here, Georgia is going to try to get it back to their offensive end. They're moving it around the back. Good pressure by Jamie Maroney. Hasn't clicked a lot on the offensive end so far, but if he can give some defensive contribution to the Tigers, that would be huge. As a flag does go up from a ref, but it looks like they will play possession here.
Indeed, and that foul will be on the Auburn Tigers.
10:42 left in this game. Georgia's offense just going to swing it around. They do have a lead. No need to rush for the Bulldogs. They're going to take their time. Caleb Karanka in for the Tigers. He's been playing defense a little bit so far for the Tigers. Now Colby Blith is currently on ball trying to contain the Bulldogs, but that's a great move by Georgia's offense as they continue to move around the perimeter. Goal line extended. Now going to throw the ball around the X as they continue to just pat down these Auburn Tigers looking for any gap, but Anik Carrico says, Anik Cara, no, thank you, as he contains the Georgia Bulldogs.
Bulldogs pass to the middle, shot goes wide left. 7 seconds on the game clock. That'll be the biggest thing to watch out for in this next offensive possession with 9:55 left to be played here in this this third quarter. Need to change that here on the whatchamacallit.
The whatchamacallit.
The whatchamacallit. I spent like an
the
hour.
Most highly advanced technical gadgets.
Hang on. Jack, keep going.
No, no worries. 9:50. We have to get an umbrella situated. 9:55 left in the third quarter. Georgia Bulldogs still on offense, looking to get their 6th goal of the game. Auburn's defense has been stellar so far, especially through the second quarter and so far in the third. Swinging it around the perimeter.
Georgia's still looking for somewhere to go with it. You can see that they're a man up and they've got an opportunity. That one hits an Auburn player.
Ooh, great save by Craig Morgan. Last-ditch effort originally from the Georgia Bulldog offensive player. Just tries to rip it. There's a flag that goes up. Selesny puts Georgia into the ground. Puts him in the kennel, as I would say, as Auburn's offense now tries to move up the field. Big grab for Pustisi right there. Thought it was out of reach, but he makes that grab, moves it up to the offensive half. Auburn's going to try to reset and just get their offense in motion.
And it looked like a hook was the reason for that penalty, as Auburn has an advantage here. It'll be still be Auburn's ball when they lose it, but they'll be a man up.
Zach Jones now with the ball. Finds Selesny. He has a shot, and that's going to go just wide of the bottom left corner, as Auburn will be closest to the ball, so they should hold possession. 43 seconds left on the shot clock right now. And Auburn's offense, no, I do think has looked better in this third quarter so far.
It has looked really well. You can see it. You can feel the possession timer start to change just a little bit more as we advance into this third quarter, as Auburn looks to try to get something going.
Fitzgerald on the field for Auburn, trying to get some Fitz magic happening. He's been a really key goal scorer for Auburn so far this year. Over to Maroney, over to Jones, back to Maroney. Now Hudson Carter in the middle, trying to be the middleman for Auburn, as Selesny is now around the X. They're going to go goal line extended to Hudaker. Fitzgerald continues to swing it around, back to Hudaker. Auburn's offense just trying to find something, some opening, but not a ton of movement from them, and Georgia's defense has just been really solid so far.
Indeed, and that was the end of the man-up period for the Auburn Tigers. That's why you saw somebody run in from behind there on Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald has a look on goal, but just cannot get it to connect. 38 seconds on the shot clock as we are 7 minutes into this third quarter so far. Hudson Carter brings it into play. And he's going to swing it out top of the key to Leslie. He's going to have a go. To no avail. Back to Jones. Jones spins. Hudaker now has it. Over to Maroney. Maroney has a shot, and it's not going to go. Georgia's goalie deflects off the body, and he's going to collect as Georgia now moves the other way.
In Auburn, I know you are down at the moment, but you're only down by 2. You have a lot of time left to be played here. Keep taking smart shots and having smart offensive possessions.
Yeah, and speaking of smart, that's not what that Georgia pass was right there. As Linchoni puts on the Jets as he comes the other way, fakes a pass, makes a pass. That's over to Hudaker, and Hudaker is going to pull it back out as they try to reset possession once again and make this a 1-goal game. Fitzgerald now with it. No, I'd love to see some Fitz magic here today.
I would as well. It'd make this a 1-point ball game here in the third quarter.
Bocic now controlling the ball top of the key. He's just came on for the Auburn offense. Good little spark plug off the bench. I would compare him to a Katie Johnson of Auburn Lacrosse. As Fitzgerald now has it over to Bocic once again. Bocic makes a move, blows by his defender, has a shot, and it's going to go wide. Auburn should retain possession with 31 seconds left on the shot clock. 6:39 left to go in this third quarter.
Still a lot of opportunities for Auburn to call themselves back into this game after being down by 2.
Carter throws it over to Bocic. Now Bocic swings it to the top of the key to number 32 for Auburn, Andrew Luff, who's getting some minutes this third quarter as Auburn will throw it away. Don't love to see it there, Noah. Long offensive possession just gone to waste, and Georgia will retain ball there pretty easily.
Auburn needs something to go their way and go their way quickly. We saw a lot of timeouts there at the end of that third quarter. Didn't see any in the first quarter. I kind of expected there to be a little bit more as things have got a little bit out of control.
Oh my gosh, and that was a disgusting spin move there by Georgia, but couldn't hold on to the ball. That would have been SC top 10 if he had held on to it. As Anik Carrico right there for the pickup, and he brings it back into the Auburn offense. Swings it over to Luff. Luff's going to have a go. Luff brings it back to Fitzmagic. Hudaker's going to take it one-on-one to no avail. Fitzgerald loses the easy pass. Now Georgia's defense is going to press up on him a little bit, but Fitzgerald gets around him with ease. Gets around 3 guys. Oh, my goodness. Fitzgerald says, fine, I'll just do it myself. Gets around 4 Georgia defenders and slots that into the bottom corner. That's his second goal of the game.
A fantastic move, a fantastic shot, a fantastic everything there from Fitzgerald as the scoreboard has gone off. Hopefully the power here does not go off and we can keep this stream alive.
We now know that WEGL's power is better than the Auburn Athletics Complex power. So we stay on.
Well, we're using their complex.
We stay on. The scoreboard comes off. So that's got to mean something. You're getting the highest quality stuff right here. As we go to another face-off, Georgia cuts the deficit to 1. As we have 5 minutes and 33 seconds left in the game, the shot clock did in fact turn back on. So we might have just lied to you. I don't know. This game is madness. As face-off happens, we have a different face-off guy right there, Aiden Garrett. He's been huge for the Tigers as well. 30-15 face-off record, and that's another goal. Aiden Garrett spark plug off the bench.
Not just a goal there. He nutmegged them there, a fantastic shot. Went through some aggression there from the Georgia defense and got things done early as we are tied here at the Auburn Sports Complex.
Just like that, the freshman ties it up. 31-15 face-off record. Peak of efficiency here for Aiden Garrett as he's going to try to go win his second in a row, and he does just that. Just what Auburn needed off the bench.
Fantastic job by Garrett. He's got that first face-off goal, and he's going to win that second one through a little bit more grit, and he'll have to pass it behind him.
Craig Morgan getting pressured high. Not used to that. That's something new we've seen from the Georgia defense so far this game as Auburn tries to escape with the ball, and they do. So Leslie moves up to the offensive side of the field. They're looking for a third this quarter. Over to Carter, now to Hudaker. As Hudaker is getting pressed by the Georgia defense. He finds Carter, goal line extended. Carter is going to bring it all the way back out to the top, and Zach Jones, as Auburn's offense resets once again, and Lobato joins the offense. Lobato now goes to work. He's going to drive left, loses one Georgia defender, gets around another. Now at the X, over to Maroney on the left side. Maroney now to Selesny. Selesny makes a move to no avail, and he's going to throw that one away to the long stick midfielder for Georgia, who's going to try to control as as Auburn's offense scrambles to just get that ball back.
Fantastic. Auburn right there needed something to go their way. They've got their tying goal there from Aiden Garrett. They just need to slow it down a little bit more, fight this thing until the fourth quarter, and take this one home.
3:55 left in this third quarter. Still a tie game. Auburn evens it up. Super clutch plays from Ian Fitzgerald and Aiden Garrett as the Georgia offense now looks to bounce back, face some adversity. They haven't faced a lot of adversity so far this game, but they are looking to do that right now. That's a rocket from Georgia's offense, just goes wide left, but Georgia's man will be closest to the ball as they're going to bring it back onto the field. Ball is in play. Bustisi trying to contain this offense right here. Georgia's offense wraps around, has a shot. That goes over the bar. Georgia's man once again closest to the ball. 29 seconds left on the shot clock. 3:23 left in the quarter.
And you can feel the aggression by Georgia. They've got these quick shots off. They're trying to find that goal that they lost back.
And the question, Noah, is it aggression or is it desperation? They've lost all their momentum in this third quarter. A lot of Auburn bench pieces have come on and just given them that spark. So it looks like Georgia, it feels like they have a lot of urgency to try to get that back right now. And they don't right there. Captain Craig Morgan, the definition of clutch, with another huge save as Coley Blith brings it up the field, swings it to the other side of the field, but it gets lost in translation right there. Georgia back with their offense.
There, Auburn has got to find some other passes to go their way. They've made that pass across the middle of the field, going east to west, a couple times work, but that time it does not. As there is a flag up in the air.
One Auburn defender will enter back on the field. That's one of Auburn's captains, Casey Lencioni. Georgia is no longer a man up. As they have a shot, Captain Craig deflects off his stick, and it'll go wide right, and a whistle is blown. Georgia does not like that call. Hands are raised.
They thought they should have still had the advantage there instead of going ahead and getting the penalty started, but it hit the hit the stick of Greg Morgan, so play should have come to an end.
So we are still waiting to resume play here at the Auburn Sports Complex. If you're just joining us, still a tie game with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Auburn has clawed their way back into this game, and Georgia's offense back on the clock, full 80 on the shot clock.
You're also on the set of Twister.
Yeah. So, folks, as the rain has progressed, it is not as heavy, but now it's moving straight sideways. If we're looking at the light right here, it's not coming straight down. It has just slowly become more windy. Ball was loose right in front of the goal. Craig Morgan collects it. A lucky break there for Auburn as Anna Carrico is going to advance the ball from the defensive side to the offensive side for Auburn with ease as Georgia tries to chase him down. Anna Carrico, though, swings it to Maroney. Maroney looking to go one-on-one, but he loses the ball again, Noah. Cannot hold on to the ball in his stick today.
But he's got it right back. Georgia has done a great job with aggression really all game, and it's shown itself in these loose balls, these ground balls that Auburn has had to pick up.
And on that one, Maroney loses the ball once again, but cannot collect it back up. I would not be surprised if we see Arminio make a couple substitution adjustments, but as quickly as Auburn loses it, they gain it right back as a careless pass from Georgia throws it out of bounds, and Auburn is back on the hunt.
No shot clock anymore. Auburn has as long as they need to in order to get this one in the back of the net.
Top of the key with Selesny. Swings it to Jones. If you want a goal, you want it in Zach Jones' hand. 100-point club member. He knows how to get one, and he's going to go try to get one. Great defense out by Georgia. Finds Hudaker in the middle, unobstructed, but it goes wide left. Hudson Carter will be closest to the ball, though, so he's going to get the ball. Auburn's going to get the ball back. 41 seconds left to go. As Jones has the ball once again, he's looking to attack. Oh! Almost an unbelievable shot from Zach Jones. He ripped that from far out, just off the post. As we have a controversial call from the referee there, Noah. Says a foot was on the midfield line, and he's going to give Georgia the final possession of the game.
And I didn't see it there. I mean, referees whistle, but I didn't see it, and that's a big pickup for Georgia with 18 seconds left.
I did not either, but we are going to have to trust the eyesight as the whistle is blown once again. A stick was loose for Auburn's defense. Derek DeAngelis, Auburn's defensive captain, loses his stick. That's part of the game when you're playing defense and a flag goes up. The ball is loose, and there's 1 second left. Georgia's offense threw the ball up before the time was up. They had a chance to get a shot, but I guess he just thought there was no hope, and he throws it up.
And really, there was a great job by the defense of the Auburn Tigers to force that one away, especially by the Angels.
It is a 5-5 game here. About to go into the fourth quarter, folks. You do not want to miss this. You are watching WEGL 91.1 FM.
Oh, what's that old Southern song? I love a rainy night, folks. It's been rainy all day. It's been rainy all night. And you're watching the only Auburn sport in Auburn, Alabama that's playing today. We've got a fun one here as it's 5-5 here in the fourth quarter as my papers are already blowing away. Wouldn't have it any other way as Georgia is going to carry it across back to the goal line extended. They're looking for something. They're looking for something fast. Ethan Miller's defending the camera from the rain so we can keep this broadcast up as Georgia takes it out to the middle for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh passes it back as Georgia's looking for somewhere to go. They have a man up for 32 more seconds. Tied at 5 here with 14:20 left to be played in this fourth quarter. Going across the crease is Georgia back to the top of the key. Looking for somewhere to go is number 4 back to the top. My sheets are all wet so I can't read names, folks, as that's going to go back to the left. Looking for somewhere to go. Top of the key. They pass towards the middle. A shot that goes wide left and hits the net. Still a lot of time left to be played here in this fourth quarter. We're tied 5-5. Jack, can you take over for me for just a few seconds?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, as Noah adjusts, we fixed some camera problems. A lot of our equipment got absolutely soaked, which is unfortunate, but we're just making sure we can keep this broadcast going for you all as Georgia continues on the offensive end. Round the X right now. He's going to move goal line extended. Auburn's defense started out super sluggish, just not ready to play. They let up 3 really quick goals, but since then they have been a wall, an impenetrable force so far on this defensive end as that Georgia shot goes wide left, and Georgia's going to bring it back in. Another 80 on the shot clock as we are just over a minute into this fourth quarter so far. And no, I'm going to give it back over to you.
Even Stevens back on the court. Neither team's a man up or a man down as Georgia will carry this across to its right side. He's got a little bit of open. He'll shoot, but it's into the net of Greg Morgan. A fantastic save by the captain.
That's why we call him Captain Craig. He gets it done in the goal. As Anna Carrico been the connecting piece so far this game. He moves up to offense. He's going to keep going.
He's going to move to his left. He'll have to come back out. He's going to spin, but he's going to take a little bit of damage with him as he'll pass it. Oh, he's going to keep it for just a little bit longer. Anna Carrico looks back to Fitzgerald.
Anna Carrico, 4 goals on the season out of Niceville, Florida. He's been solid for the Tigers this year.
I've heard that's a fantastic place to be from. Gary Gesh is also from there. You've probably heard his voice if you're listening to this broadcast right now, as we wish him warm thoughts wherever he is. That's number 29, so Leslie passes it back to number 6, Zach Jones, but he's going to lose it after a Georgia player hits a stick. Georgia on the way now. They've got an opportunity to go coast to coast, but it's going to be a stop. Lobato is going to get a hit, and number 18 is going to get a hit as well. Georgia's going to have to set this one up, though, from midfield. 12:35 left to be played, or tied at 5.
Man, I know I'd much rather be in Niceville right now with Garrig. We have a few Auburn players from Niceville. Ethan Mott as well, one of Auburn's freshman defenders, also from Niceville. A lot of Auburn lacrosse guys from that area, but not Garrig, apparently, as Georgia continues to move into the offense.
Georgia from the goal line extended. That's going to hit the ground and hit the post of the net, but it's going to be picked up by the Auburn Tigers. Passes it back. Auburn's going to carry it across coast to coast here for number 55.
Caleb
Karanka. He'll pass it on to Hudaker. Hudaker looking for somebody to go to. He'll go to Leslie as they'll set this one up from just inside of the midfield logo.
And this whole offensive possession was only possible with Eamon Cummins. Hasn't got a ton of minutes for Auburn so far in these past few games, but the long stick defender there, almost acting not a midfielder, more as a defender, gets Auburn the ball back.
Fitzgerald will pick it up inside of that Auburn logo. He's going to try to get a pass off, but he can't. That's a flag up in the air. Auburn will be a man up when Georgia gets the ball back. Fitzgerald, he'll cut to his right. He'll go to his right. He's going to shoot, but it's going to be off the stick of the Georgia goalkeeper. Great job by Fitzgerald to try to get a goal there.
And Fitzgerald did something right there that I haven't seen from a lot of Auburn players this game, and that was create his own space. Georgia's defense has been really solid, but Fitzgerald with a little jab right there loses a defender and opens up a ton of space to get off a shot and almost create some Fitz magic.
Indeed, and Auburn will be a man up trying to see who that penalty is on. It'll be for 30 seconds on number 20 on the Georgia side. Can't move my papers around to be able to tell y'all a name, but Auburn is going to give it back to Hudaker, back to Leslie, back to Zach Jones on that left side as Auburn's going to carry it across to Leslie. Leslie back to Maroney back to number 6, Miles Lobato. Lobato's going to take it from the goal line extended. He's going to try to pass to the X. He does, as that's Leslie back to zones. He's going to shoot, but it's going to go wide left. Auburn closest to it.
That was a great look by Zach Jones. It looked on target from here. Looked like it was going to hit that top corner just right, but it goes a little wide as Hudaker thought about it there for a second, but now Auburn's going to reset.
Hudaker goes back to the right, passes towards the middle for number 4, Hudson Carter, but he loses it, picked up by the Georgia goalkeeper.
And the rain here has indeed stopped, but unluckily the wind has not, as Georgia's offense is going to move it up the field now. Leslie recovering. He's going to try to keep Georgia at bay just a little longer as we have 10:21 left in this fourth quarter, still a tie game.
Indeed, and it almost feels like golden goal at this point. Almost feels like next goal wins. You can feel the tension in the air. You can about cut it with a knife if you got a sharp one, as Georgia is going to take this one up. They'll go back to Even Stevens and pick it up at midfield. They're looking for somebody somewhere to go, maybe trying to waste a little bit of time. He's wasted 40 seconds of that shot clock so far. He's going to cut to his right. He's got an opportunity, passes it back to the X for an open man, back towards the goal line extended, back to the top of that right side of the attacking third. That's a spin, another spin, back to the top for Georgia, as he's going to cut to his left. He's got an opportunity, but it's going to hit the ground and be picked up by a Georgia player on the other side. Kavanaugh passes off as he's going to go to his left, picked up by Georgia, as that one goes awry, but it's picked up by Georgia again. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Do not have a great opportunity here. 5, he's going to cut to his right. He'll shoot, but it's picked up by the stick of Greg Morgan. It'll go out of bounds with 1 second on the shot clock.
Georgia just tried to get some magic happening there. And I like how you touched on cutting the tension with a knife, because I think when you said that it was, I don't know if it was cuttable with a butter knife, but I think now it's cuttable with the butter knife. It is thick tension here. I think next goal is going to be the golden goal, like you said. These defenses are locked in right now. It's just one opportunity from the offense that's going to get this game over with.
9 more minutes of combat is all we have left in this fourth quarter unless we go back to overtime. Ian Fitzgerald will carry it across midfield for the Auburn Tigers, try to set something up. He'll give it to number 13, Chris Botchitz, a freshman from Allendale, New Jersey. He'll pass it back off, and he'll take it back, gives it back to Ian Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald looking for somewhere to go. He's going to cut to his left. He's going to cut to his right. He's got an opening. He'll pass it, but it's just a little bit too wide right on the pass there to receiver Hudson Carter, who was around the crease.
And Fitzgerald, that was a no-look pass right there as well. He was trying to make some Fitz magic happen. Already has 2 goals on the game. Was looking for an assist, but cannot get it to go. Just a miscommunication. Easy to do out here, especially in the conditions. As Auburn wins it back, gritty play by number 21.
Andrew Grubb, as this one's going to be picked up. A number 5, Miles Lobato, back to number 4, Hudson Carter. He's got an opportunity. He's in on goal. He'll pass. He'll shoot, and that's a goal for number 6, Zach Jones, your captain of this Auburn squad. Makes it 6-5 with 8:03 left to be played.
And it all started with Grubb right there. Give Grubb his flowers. Got in there, put some pressure on Georgia as they were moving it up the field. Gets the ball loose. Then a spin move by Lobato. Also huge. No one was expecting him to get any openness right there. No availability, but he sneaks past the Georgia defenders, and from there it's a typical 2-on-1 drill.
Indeed, as we look here to the next possession, this will be the first face-off of the fourth quarter. If you remember, this one got started with Georgia a man up. Kerfatz is going to get a big hit, but Georgia is going to keep it as they go into their attacking third on that left side. He's looking for somewhere to go, but he can't find it. Georgia now goes back to the top of the midfield logo. 7 minutes, 44 seconds left to be played here in this fourth quarter. Game's tied, Auburn leads 6-5.
Off that face-off as well, Andrew Grubb with a big hit as well. It looks like he's going to be the glue guy for Auburn, the fiery Katie Johnson of Auburn Lacrosse that's going to get them into this game as 7:25 left on the clock. Georgia not used to this position in this game. They led the entire game. Now they're playing catch-up.
They are indeed, and you can feel it, and you can see it on that Georgia bench. They're starting to come a little bit down as Georgia goes across the crease, tries to get a pick off there, but he can't, as that's going to be a couple hits there for Kavanaugh. He's going to shoot over Dominic Encario, but it's going to go awry as Encario is going to get his stick on that shot attempt there as we have another scrum. Greg Morgan takes that after the Georgia player shot. He tried to shoot mid-scrum. Didn't work out for him. 6:48 left to be played here in this matchup.
You know, Noah, it's only March 1st, but the madness has already begun with Auburn Lacrosse. About 10 opportunities there for Georgia to get a cheap goal, but Craig Morgan keeps it under bay as Pustizi now finally can keep hold on that ball, keep grip, but then chucks it all the way down the field, and it's like Auburn doesn't want to keep this ball.
As Georgia has an opportunity to go coast to coast, he shoots. It's off the stick of Greg Morgan and goes behind him. No goal call yet. Greg Morgan makes a stop, had to turn around on it from his knees. Fantastic job by him as Auburn is going to get this ball across midcourt as that is a tackle, maybe something. You can see him motioning for that flag, and it comes out there in front of the Auburn bench. Auburn has an opportunity here, down up 1, 6:04 left to be played.
That might have been the most unbelievable series of events I've seen from Auburn Lacrosse all season. As we looked back on the defensive end, Craig Morgan, hands on his knees. He's tired, and I think he's relieved, too, that goal somehow didn't go in. Just deflected right above him, and it was sitting behind him, slowly rolling into the goal, and he just turned around, and he happened to save it. And even Cummins knew that as he went over to thank Morgan for not accidentally letting this game tie up, as we're just over 6 minutes left in this game.
Quinn Kavanaugh will serve a 30-second penalty on the sidelines as Auburn will be a man up for 30 seconds. Fantastic opportunity to go up by 2 as Cecily pass it off to Jack Jones on the left side. He's going to set a pick for number 10, Maroney. Goes back to Leslie. Maroney passes it back to Zach Jones on the goal line extended. He's looking for somewhere to go. Long pass there to number 20 Fitzgerald, and is picked off. Going the other way. Georgia coast-to-coast opportunity. He's got it on that left side. They're still man back to even Stevens with 5:29 left to be played in this fourth quarter.
Let the game breathe here a little bit. No, I'm not. I'm going to let the game do the talking and see where Georgia takes this offensive play here right now.
Georgia, from the top right of your screen, or the bottom right of your screen, he's going to go all the way back to the other side, requesting a pass on that other side. Kevin Edwards, he'll pick it up. Has not found out a place to go. 42 seconds left on that shot clock. He's going to cut to his left. He's got a little bit of competition. He'll pass it back to the X. Georgia goes to that right side for number 4, Nick Elder. Elder, he's going to shoot, but it goes wide right. Kavanaugh closest to it with 4:45 left to be played here in the fourth quarter.
A little bit of a Jeff Van Gundy moment here, but Quinn Kavanaugh, it's a pretty sick name. I'm a big fan of the Quinn Kavanaugh, but also leading goal scorer for Georgia as tie game right there. Just when you least expect it, Georgia ties this game up, and it is back, as Noah likes to say, to even Stevens.
That was Rory Kavanaugh with the shot there, just coming around the crease and got a good shot opportunity there. Craig Morgan didn't get his stick up to the desired angle in time as we're tied 6-6, 4:38 left to be played in this matchup.
I think Craig Morgan is tired, and I also think Georgia's offense knows it. He's had to carry a heavy load for this Auburn defense, especially in the midst of the scramble, as Crefts at the face-off and is not gonna win it.
Georgia picks this one up from passes it on into their attacking third. He's going to cut to his left, goes to the goal line extended. He's looking for somewhere to go. He'll go around the bend now as Georgia will take it some time to set something up. They have 63 seconds left on the shot clock as Georgia will carry it to that right side. He's going to pick it up, goes to the goal line extended, back to the X for the Georgia Bulldogs. Will cut to his right. That's the goal scorer from Mervier Kavanaugh as he's going to pick it up, goes to his left. That's a shot, and that's top bins there for the Georgia Bulldogs. That's number 26, Andrew McLaughlin, a sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia, 6'4". That's a tall man. He makes it 7-6 here in the Auburn Sports Complex.
I think it's honestly a disservice to call that top bins because that was top bins of top bins. I don't think it could have gone in any more perfectly than that. And just like a switch, they take out Crefts for the face-off and put in Aiden Garrett to try to make some magic happen. He made the magic happen in the third quarter, but can't do it there.
Indeed, I think he just got off a little bit too early as Georgia leads 7-6, 3:53 left to be played in this fourth quarter. As the rain has almost stopped here in the Auburn Sports Complex. Came a little bit too late. Would have liked to seen it end earlier, as now Georgia's going to carry this to their left side. He's being defended by number 26 for Auburn. Georgia now on the opposite side has an opportunity, but he's going to pass it back to the X and back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, he's going to go left, and that's a pass to the middle that does not go in there. Great job by Greg Morgan. I think he got his stick on a little bit there and forced it to go right. 3:13 left to be played here in this one.
Such a huge missed opportunity there by Georgia, because if the runner collected that ball and put it in the net, that's a 2-goal advantage for Georgia offense, and they can really have slowed down this game. But now referee calls it. It will be Georgia ball, but they only have 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Auburn is guaranteed to get this ball back.
Indeed, it was a great call by the referee there. Or no, excuse me. They're going to overturn it.
Wow.
That ball hit Georgia player last. Auburn has an opportunity here, 2:58 to tie this game back up at 7. Auburn will carry it out of the bottom of your screen.
And I think if you're an Auburn lacrosse fan, if you're a person that's kept up with the team, you're looking to get in the hands of Zach Jones. Hudson Carter been a huge goal scorer on the offensive side, and Miles Lobato. But right now, as we move into this offensive half,
Leslie is going to get pushed out of bounds, but I believe a timeout was called first by the Auburn Tigers, and we're going to take one with them. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll have the exciting conclusion to this one as there's 2:38 left. Georgia leads by 1. You're watching WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. 2:38 left to be played in this matchup. Georgia leads 7-6. They've led for a large portion of this matchup. Auburn grabbed lead back earlier, but they haven't been able to sustain it as Georgia has just had too many offensive opportunities.
And as we have 2:36 left in this game, the desperation has to be creeping in for this Auburn offense. You're looking for Hudson Carter. You're looking for Lobato. You're looking for Zach Jones. Ian Fitzgerald has 2 today. One of these guys has to make some magic happen for this Auburn offense.
Fitzgerald will carry it to his left. He's going to cut back to his right. Tries to get a pass off. He's going to cut right. He's got an opportunity here. He's going through some contact. He's going to lose it, and it's into the goalkeeper's stick there for Georgia. A great opportunity there. Great defensive work there by the Georgia Bulldogs.
And I don't know if it's picked up on the camera, but as quick as the Georgia Bulldogs sideline went quiet, they have gotten rowdy once again. They can feel that win on the tip of their tongues. They are just waiting for this 1 minute 52 seconds to pass.
Georgia now is going to call a timeout, and we're going to take another timeout with them. Not a lot of time passed there, but 1:52. It'll be Georgia's ball when we get back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back, folks. Georgia leads by 1, 1:52 left to be played in this matchup. I'm Noah Phillips. Ethan Miller has the camera work. He's been doing a fantastic job all game. And Jack, the man to my right, what do you think about this one?
It's been such a back and forth game, and you know what's interesting is Georgia led for the first 3 quarters pretty handedly. Auburn finally ties it up, but as quickly as they had any momentum, they lost it. Georgia's been really good about commanding control of this game. Definitely been on the offensive end for the majority, as they are right now. And with just under 2 minutes left to play, they're either going to put Auburn in the coffin or give Auburn one more chance to tie this game up.
Kavanaugh passed this ball out to the top of the attacking third. 1:34 left to be played in this matchup. Georgia again leads by 1. Could be looking to blow off a little bit of time. 36 seconds on the shot clock as he'll carry it again around the crease. He hasn't really looked for an opportunity. That's number 3 for the Bulldogs.
It's only 22 seconds left on this shot clock, so Georgia does have to go to work quickly. Auburn will get another chance on offense. So Georgia's going to have to make something happen here. Down to 12 seconds on the shot clock. They're really desperate now. Now they know they're going to work.
Georgia goes around the crease. He's looking for something. That's Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, he's got an opportunity. He'll shoot, and he's going to No, he does not have
Wow.
it. Referee's whistle says no. Craig Morgan with the save. He gets a pass off. 49 seconds left to be played here as Auburn carries across to number 5, Miles Lobato. Lobato, he's going to go to his right. He's going to shoot, and he's going to score. 7-7 is your scoreboard. 38 seconds left after Miles Lobato makes it 7-7.
That's why he's a captain, ladies and gentlemen. His 7th goal on the season, the captain out of Great Falls, Virginia, showing why he has the title. I think we should call him Captain Clutch from now on because goalie wasn't even expecting the shot. He just snuck it in, and he knows it's game time.
Krevitz will be on the pitch for this momentous face-off. 38 seconds left to be played here in this fourth quarter. Overtime lacrosse could be in order, folks. Remember, that's a golden goal opportunity with 5 that'll last 5 minutes. Georgia is going to go across. They'll win this one for Kavanaugh. 30 seconds left to be played. Referee's whistle is going to come from that Georgia sideline as they're going to call a timeout and potentially draw something up. We're not going to take a minute break here. Jack, what do you think they're going to do here?
So I'll be curious to see what the Georgia coach does as far as if he's going to have his players hold the ball to be the final shot of the game, or if he's going to give his players maybe tell them to go around 10-15 seconds left so they can potentially get a second shot opportunity. I think if you're Georgia's offense, he's looking to get it in the hands of Kavanaugh, and I think if you're Auburn's defense, you are praying that Captain Craig can save you from a heartbreaker. He's been so solid this entire game. Like we said, came into this match with 60 goals not allowed, 82 saves. So the goalie from Peachtree City, Georgia, has been clutch once again tonight, and we'll see if he has one more in him.
Indeed, and either way you slice it, it's been a fantastic game from both Auburn and Georgia. We do want to send a special thanks over to Eagle Eye TV. They provide us with the camera for these beautiful broadcasts. We hope we didn't mess it up. Probably didn't. I
think it's fine.
Henry, you'll be okay, man.
Shout
Don't
out,
worry.
Henry.
Again, folks, 29 seconds to set the scene. Both teams tied at 7. It'll be Georgia ball. I believe they're going to take it out of that right side. That'll be the bottom of your screen, or at least it should be, I believe. As Jack said, I think the goal here is get it to Kavanaugh. Rory Kavanaugh, a sophomore attacker out of Marietta, Georgia.
Auburn, the offense kneeling down here on the offensive side or just squatting down. They know most likely not going to get another opportunity, and they're just praying their defense can contain this Georgia offense.
Kavanaugh loses it. Kavanaugh loses it. It's a long pass here to Lobato. He's got to run. He scored one earlier. He cannot get to it. That's a big hit, though, from Lobato. This could be picked up by Hudson Carter. It's a scrum for it. 14 seconds left to be played. They're fighting for it, folks.
Referee finally
They're fighting for it. It's on the ground. It's picked up. It's going back to the Georgia side with 10 seconds left.
Wow, that was unreal. The ball was on the ground for like 20 seconds, and no one could pick it up because of the defense. Georgia launches a prayer.
It's picked up by Auburn. That's a long pass. They're just looking to send this thing in overtime, which it will, and that's going to be your buzzer, folks. A fantastic 4 quarters of great offense and great defense, and we got one more coming your way. Overtime next here on WEGL 91.1 FM. Well, folks, it's borderline perfect weather now. It's been cold. It's still a little bit windy, but we got perfect weather for quarter 5 lacrosse, folks. Both teams are tied at 7 apiece, and it'll be golden goal to decide it. Jack, what happens here?
First off, you're in my definition of cold weather or perfect weather is very different. But one move I'm surprised is they have Krefitz on the face-off because Aiden Garrett had been so solid this game. But Auburn will control the ball nonetheless. Hampton Yarbrough collects it.
Yarbrough has an opportunity here to be a hero. He's going to go to his right. He's looking for somebody to pass it off to, as that's going to be a timeout from the Auburn squad. You can see the excitement coming from Coach JJ and the entire bench to get this ball back. They've called a timeout to set something up. Jack, what do you think the move is here?
I think they're looking at Zach Jones, and I think Zach Jones is the plan A option just because he's the most elite scorer. He can score in multiple different ways. He's also super explosive. But I think if he's not your 1A option or if he's not open, I think you're looking at Ian Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has 2 goals in this game already. Just a big player. I mean, he's 6'5". I think he's tied for the tallest player on Auburn's team. So he can use his body to get openings as well. And then if both of those players, God forbid they're not open, I think another third option is Hudson Carter. Only 5'5", but that allows him to sneak into the middle and find some openings, little crevices where he can get the ball and turn quickly and rip a shot.
Indeed, no matter what way you slice it here, Auburn has an opportunity to put the game on ice. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in this 5th period. Or, as they say, it is golden goal. Whoever scores it, you're a hero. You get free ice cream in your hometown. You win the Deep South's oldest rivalry. Put the team on your back and do something incredible here.
You get a Golden Star sticker as well.
We'll see who takes that fatal shot for the Auburn Tigers. Looks like it's going to be trying to find the ball. It'll be Ian Fitzgerald picking this ball up from just outside the circle here. Once they enter that attacking third, they cannot come out. So you need to get a good start no matter what you do. Fitzgerald, he's got Miles Lobato to him, as Fitzgerald's going to carry it into the attacking third. It's go time, folks. Fitzgerald passes it back to Hudson Carter on that left side. 3:20 lets be played. Carter, he's going to receive a pick. Back to Zach Jones, who drops it. He had a perfect opportunity there right in the middle of the attacking third. Just couldn't figure out, find it in his net.
Yep. Yeah,
and this ball is going to go back to the Auburn Tigers as a goalkeeper infraction. Auburn has got an opportunity here. Hudson Carter picks that ball up, cannot leave the attacking third. Well, Fitzgerald is going to set it back up here. Fitzgerald is going to carry it to his right, passes it back to Zach Jones. He's got an opportunity. He's going to cut to his right. He's in on goal. Look for somebody to come across the middle. Back to Hudson Carter, who shoots and scores. This one is over. Hudson Carter, you won the game for the Auburn Tigers. 8-7 is how this one ends. You see the celebration. Congratulations to Hudson Carter.
And you can't write a more perfect ending. Auburn only got that second possession because of Hudson Carter chasing the Georgia defender and making contact with the Auburn goalie stick. Otherwise, Auburn would be on defense right now. But because he did that, he got a second chance opportunity for Auburn, and that led to the goal. Full circle moment for Hudson Carter right there. Only 5'5", but maybe the biggest player out there in heart.
Auburn grabs the win in the Deep South's oldest rivalry, a very important win for them as they'll have spring break off before going up against UCF right here that next Friday. That'll be a divisional matchup. Auburn looks to become 1-1 in the divisionals and potentially take that fight to Florida and Florida State, becoming the number 1 team in the SELC South. Take nothing away from Georgia tonight. They had loads of offensive time tonight. If you look at the possession timer, Georgia probably had close to 60 or 70% off it, but they just come up short in this fantastic matchup between two great SELC teams. And folks, for Ethan Miller, who's been on cameras for us all night, for Jack Corbett,
Right beside me for Henry Nance, who's been the engineer behind this whole thing. He does fantastic work for Eagle Eye TV. You've been watching, again, Auburn wins 8-7 off a golden goal from Hudson Carter. My name's Noah Phillips. Thank you, and it's MCLA
For
for life.